Hello. If you're a Microsoft Word user, you've probably used styles a little bit. Well, styles are pretty cool. In fact, they're just really amazing. And so in this lesson, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about using Microsoft Word styles. I'm going to start with why they're important. I'm going to then show you how to modify styles and then show you how to create your own styles for your own documents. Okay, so hang on. Let's go ahead and get started here. So let's start with why styles are important. I've got a little bit of a document that you're seeing here as an example on the screen here. I've got some headings. I've got moving the insertion point, I've got the power of the control key, and delete existing text with the keyboard. Well, one of the problems with not using styles is consistency. I tried to be consistent, but because I did this one day and I started this paragraph another day and this one, a third or fourth day, I forgot what formatting I used. Now, of course, I can see that I didn't use the same formatting, but let's just pretend that it's on a different page. So one of the advantages of using styles is if I want all my headings to look the same, I can simply apply a style. So let's just use the default style that's in Microsoft Word to give us a consistent look here. So I'm going to go ahead and move into the first style, the first heading, and I'm going to apply the style of heading 1. This is the default heading 1 style built into Microsoft Word. All right, that's easy enough. Well, I come down here and click in the second heading. Let's click the heading style again, come down to the third one here, and bam, they all look the same. So now if I were to create another heading, let's say I want another heading right here, I go ahead and choose heading 1 and I type new heading here. Not typing too good today. Again, they're all consistent. So that's one advantage of using styles, consistency. Now, Microsoft Word has a few styles built in. It has a heading 1 and a heading 2. Now, if you're working with headings, that means you're probably working with a long document and you might be a college student. And if you're a college student, you're probably working on term papers. And if you're working on term papers, well, more than likely you're probably using APA style. You might be using MLA, but we're going to go ahead and talk about APA style. The headings that are built into Microsoft Word by default are not APA styles, but don't fret. It's very easy to change these so that you can work with this document and choose heading 1 and it will be the correct format for APA. So I'm going to move down to another page here. Here I have a chart of APA headings. You can see that APA heading level 1 is center bold. The level 2 is flush right and bold. Level 3 is flush right, bold, and italic. Well, I'm going to go ahead and modify heading 1 so that it matches this style. So center bold, okay? So we'll go back up to the top here, and I'm simply going to change this one, and I want the same format, the same size, okay? I'm going to use the Times New Roman. We'll assume that's the style that we're going to use here for our APA document. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and change the whole document in here into Times New Roman, and then everybody's happy. Okay, then it needs to be centered, and it needed to be bold. And of course, the other important thing is it doesn't need to be blue. So I'm going to change it back to black. All right, so that is heading 1. Now, it still shows me that I'm using heading 1, but if I apply heading 1 here, it is not going to look like that. So what I need to do now is modify the heading 1 style so that it looks like this one. So I'm going to select what I want to be heading 1, and I'm going to go up here into the heading styles area for heading 1. I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to choose update heading 1 to match the selection. Now, as soon as I do that, look what happened. All the other headings in this document followed the same style. And again, that's an advantage of using styles. All right, so now I have heading 1. If I want to make a heading 2 style here using APA, I would change this to heading 2. And of course, that doesn't look correct. I'll come down here to my list, and my chart says, okay, it's flush right and bold. Pretty simple here. Excuse me, flush left. Okay, so it is flush left. I do need to change the font face again and the size back to Times New Roman, back to 12. Okay, change the color back to black, and we boldface it. All right, so now that can be heading 2. So I select this. I come up to heading 2, I right click on it, and I update heading 2 to match this selection. Okay, so now if I decided this needs to be heading 2, I come and click on heading 2, and now I'm slowly building an APA style document. I can use this chart, and I can actually create styles. I can create a heading 3, a heading 4, and a heading 5 if needed. I will also tell you, you might quit watching this YouTube video immediately at this point, but Microsoft Word has a pretty cool APA template already built in. But so just kind of use this as an example, though, for creating your own style. Okay, now I'm going to create our style here, and then you could use this for creating a different heading style. In this case, though, I'm going to use it to highlight some text. Now this isn't APA style, this is just FYI kinds of information here. So I'm going to make a paragraph style in this case. So I'm going to highlight the paragraph that I want to change. I'm going to go into the paragraph formatting dialog box, paragraph settings here. I would like to left indent this 1/2 of an inch. I would also like to right indent it 1/2 of an inch. All right, I'll go ahead and click OK, get an idea of how this is looking. Okay, that's good. I want to continue to offset this even more, so I'm going to italicize this paragraph. And this is all going to be a new style so that I can apply this to additional text pieces of my document. You know, I would also like to put a paragraph border around this. I really want to make sure that this is highlighted from the rest of the text here. So I'm going to go to borders here, and I'm going to go ahead and choose outside border. All right, it's looking good, looking good. Now let's go ahead and even make it a little further here. Let's add some shading. Okay, so this paragraph is quite different than the rest of the text, but if this is something that I was going to use again and again and again, I would create a style, and we can call it highlighted text or whatever we want to call it here, so that whenever I apply this to any text, it looks just this way. Now, just another trick here, just to see what I have here. I'm going to go ahead and do the reveal formatting pane, and I'm going to bring it up with a Shift F1. That brings up the reveal formatting pane here, and I can see that I have a font, which is the default Times New Roman 12 point. It is italic. Left alignment, the indentation is left 1/2 inch, right 1/2 inch. We have no additional spacing for this paragraph, just simply 0 before, 0 after. We've added a solid line as a border around the paragraph, and I've added some shading. Okay, don't really need that. I just wanted to show that to you here. So now I'm ready to go ahead and create a style with the way this paragraph looks here. So I'm going to go back to styles. I'm going to click this little button here for bringing up more styles here, and I'm going to click create a style. All right, so we've clicked on create a style. All right, so we're going to give this a name, and we're just going to call this highlighted text. All right, we're going to go ahead and click on modify here because I just want to show you a couple of things here. All right, when I click on modify, there's some really important things that pop up here. The first thing, we have the name, we have the style type, and it is linked to a paragraph, so it is a paragraph style as well as a character style. The style begins with the normal template, the normal style, normal text style. This is what's significant here. It says, what is the style for the following paragraph? So if I turn this style on and I type a paragraph and then I press enter, right now it would stay with this same style. But I really only want to do this one paragraph at a time for new text, so I'm going to change this to normal. So after I've used this style for new text and I press enter, it'll automatically go away or go back to the normal text. All right, one more thing down here. Notice down here at the very, very bottom, it says, where do you want this? Do we want this only in this document, or do we want it in all new documents based on this template? If we turn this option on, it will actually modify the normal template for Microsoft Word, and it will be there for all new documents. And you may want to do that. In this case, though, I don't want to modify my normal template. I just want to use it just for this document. So I'll go ahead and click OK here. All right, so now I go up here and I can see that when I'm in this text, I have this new style called highlighted text. Well, let's go ahead and try it again here. I'll click in a paragraph, I'll click on highlighted text, and bam, there it goes. Now to show you how the style after the next paragraph goes here, I'm just going to type some new text, and I'm going to type it in the highlighted text. So let's just type, this is new text. and I'll press enter. Now when I press enter, notice that it automatically went back to the normal style. Had I not chosen, go back to the normal style after this paragraph, it would continue in the whole document until I turned it off. And sometimes you want that as well. Notice that because I did kind of do paragraph shading, it does do margin to margin, which is fine. That's what I was after in this case. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you about styles is how to delete a style. So if you've decided that you don't need that style anymore, you can actually go to the entire style gallery. And here you can see all the other heading styles that are here, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. We'll notice up at the top here we have highlighted text, the style that I just created. So I'm going to click that, and I am going to right click on this now, and I'm going to choose remove the style from the gallery. Okay. It's no longer there. It didn't change my text. I would have to go back to normal because I did apply formatting to that text. If I go back to normal here, there we go. We're back to normal. All right, so you can see it's very, very easy to work with styles. Hopefully I've given you a little bit of the why and the how. Even if you're doing APA documents, you can create your own heading styles, or you can use the Microsoft Word template. You can also create additional styles to offset your text for just about anything else. If you like this video, please consider liking it. Please consider subscribing. And you can find step-by-step instructions and many, many other resources out of my website, luthermaddy.com. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video.